Okay, we're going to try this again. I have stopped filming so many times. I'm just going to have a conversation with the camera, and hopefully that comes off authentically as me. So what are we doing here today? Well, I am filming, obviously. I've decided to start making more long form content and posting it on other platforms. I have pretty much stuck to Instagram for the most part for my entire public professional career, but even that has been pretty sparing, ebbs and flows, lots of content at times, and then at other times I just wasn't posting anything. So that wasn't really getting me anywhere. I had assumed coming home from the Paralympics that there would be all sorts of opportunities lined up for me. I had hoped for sponsorship deals and PR campaigns and all of that stuff that you think comes with coming home the most decorated member of Team USA from a games. But it didn't happen. For whatever reason, the storyline that was wanting to be picked up wasn't about what I've achieved, what I've overcome. And so there was a lot of frustration afterwards, and putting my brand into the hands of other people, hoping that they would be able to do something more with it than I could do. And I've just done a lot of soul searching and realized that the only person that's going to care as much about my career is me. And so I have to really take a first person hold of this and do something different, because what I have been doing hasn't translated into my bank account being such that you would expect from a professional athlete. So I've made the decision to come on and start making some long form content. Anybody who follows me on Instagram knows that I love making these curated longer videos that are definitely not, what the algorithm is wanting, is not what people are wanting to consume on that platform. So putting that stuff out there on a platform like YouTube, where long form content is the product that's being bought, that's where we're going to make a little bit of a shift. So here I am stepping into this. I've spent the majority of this weekend that my kids have been away trying to set up a studio here in their nursery. Bought a few gizmos and gadgets to help make that a little bit easier for me with filming, because I am so new to this. And for the longest time, you hear the thing like, oh, you gotta wait for something to start. But it's like, you don't need to know what you're doing to start. The first bits are gonna suck. They're definitely not gonna be perfectly curated. And I have to just accept that. I just have to accept that I'm gonna put out a raw, authentic self to the universe, and love me or hate me, it's gonna be out there. And I'm not gonna be upset that it's there. Maybe I'll cringe in a few years, but if you don't put yourself out there, then, you can't expect anybody to want to consume your brand. So this is that step forward, and I'm going to be filming here in the nursery. I've got a cute little setup going on. Like I said, bought some new gizmos and gadgets. And I'm not going to censor myself. I'm not going to sit here and worry that this take wasn't good, that take wasn't good. Just, I am who I am. It's like a race. You can sit back and analyze it, but it happens, and you just put out the best foot that you can and hope people like it. So what I plan to do, and what I'm coming on here to talk about, is what I plan to do is sit down and, each week tackle a new topic. something that I've come to realize that I thoroughly enjoy is having conversations with people and being able to share, information and all that stuff. So the likelihood of, wanting to have a podcast and wanting to have, people come on, that's all good, great and grand. But, I think that I need to become a little bit more comfortable with myself just being in front of a camera. I know there are definitely avenues where I feel very comfortable in front of a camera. Wearing next to no clothing, racing, definitely comfortable. Post-race interviews, definitely comfortable. Sitting and just putting myself out there, maybe not as comfortable. So this will be a series of doing that. And what's great is that as of right now, I think I have like 17 subscribers, followers, whatever on YouTube. So nobody's really watching. Instagram, there's, a few thousand, but even then, how many people are really looking at you and caring about what you're posting? So this is going to be for me. This is going to be me posting to get more comfortable talking about my story, getting more comfortable, sharing those things, sharing different things, because at the end of the day, I do want to do more public speaking. I have been told by so many people that I have this great, incredible story, and that if more people just knew my story, then it would be beneficial to people. The unfortunate thing is that it's, a situation of the horse and the cart, which comes first. And so, I need to build the cart before I attach a horse to it and start riding. So this is us building that cart to figure out the messages that we want to put out there on a global space. Because right now, like I said, we got 17 people. I'm sure a lot of them are people that are hiding that they want to watch what I'm putting out there, which, whatever, take it or leave it. I am me. So that's what's to expect. That's what's on deck. We've got planned for some pretty cool videos that I intend to put out there, tackling some pretty heavy stuff, some more lighthearted stuff. But basically, this is for me, and, whatever may come from it, comes from it. But the one thing that I do know is that I'm no longer going to be afraid to put my authentic self out there. I know that I've put some aspects of that out there, but this is something that I think that I've held a little bit closer, worrying about stuff I put out into the world and how it will be received and what people will think of why I'm doing it. But it doesn't matter. I am me, and it is what it is. So there's a lot more that we can expect. I guess coming up next, we will, tackle how this all began, where we started, and forgive me for being terrible with editing, but I guess you'll get an unedited version of me, and that'll be okay. So, nervous about this for sure. And those of you out there who do love and support me, thank you. Thank you for caring. Thank you for wanting to see me succeed and understand that my success is directly tied to the success of the family that I've created, and they are my why and why I do this. So thank you for caring about the tinies, because supporting me is effectively supporting them. So I won't get too mushy, but I do appreciate those that are in my corner. I really do. So to all 17 of you guys out there, this should be a fun ride.